Tijuana's downtown is squeaky clean. Its main street is lined with bars, restaurants, and shops. And it sports the unavoidable local absurdity which serves as a tourist attraction. These are the images the city of Tijuana wants the world to see, in these days more than ever. The reality is very different. Tijuana is sheltering almost 3,000 migrants from Central America, so-called caravan migrants, in the Benito Juarez sports complex.
Now, with the number of migrants we have in town, the situation is under control and manageable. We're cooperating and have the support of the state police and other security agencies.
They may have control of the situation for now, but authorities expect that by the end of the week, an additional 900 migrants will have arrived. That influx could make conditions worse here. Things could become unmanageable quickly, a major concern not only for city officials and some locals. A worry shared even by Cindy and her 3 sisters. The women arrived here hours ago. Making their way from Honduras in just over a month, they were separated from other family members along the way. Cindy can't wait to get out of
Tijuana
and into the U.S.
We're
going to ask for asylum in the United States because we ran away from our country. We're afraid in our country. We don't have work there, but most of all, we're afraid of the violence.
Cindy and her sisters know that asking for asylum in the U.S. is one thing, but that actually qualifying for and getting it is much harder.
Everybody who has God has hope.
Hope or not, others don't want to take their chances. Starting the legal asylum process is not an option for them.
I'll take the risk and jump the fence.
For the last 4 days, another Honduran migrant has been sheltering in Tijuana. Francisco says he lost faith in the U.S. asylum process. Why?
I don't want to ask for asylm, because I heard that out of 1,000 people, just about 10 get asylum.
Tijuana, for most of the migrants, just a layover on their journey to their final destination, the United States of America.
This family are here to request asylum. Volunteers at the border crossing are helping them with the application, which can take at least 2 months to process. That's a long time to wait without work or shelter for Aurelio, his wife, and 4 children. Their journey from Guatemala already took a month.
Having to wait here is what worries us. We can't stay outside for so long. It's very cold. If Tijuana's government gives us the chance to work, then we'll stay and see how we can get into the US.
The local government has assured migrants that they can work here. But some experts doubt the city can support so many in the long term.
There are around 7,000 jobs that could be offered to both Mexicans and migrants. The local manufacturing industry could employ some, although it currently doesn't have much hiring capacity.
The NGO that's helped the caravan, Pueblos Sin Fronteras, is keen to point out any opportunities. The aid workers want to keep the migrant spirits high and convince them of the dangers of crossing the border illegally.
There are 20,000 jobs in construction that even offer training to those without experience. More than 500 people could die in a year when tensions are high because there's a lot of violence.
The NGO is urging migrants to be patient, but the lack of shelter and hostile atmosphere in Tijuana is fueling their despair. More and more of them are considering climbing the wall or even swimming around it. Vladimir is one of them.
We're thinking about crossing by sea. Wait until the waves go down, then take your chance.
The migrants have little chance of being granted asylum in the US under the Trump administration, although there's a bit more hope now that a US court has barred Trump from denying asylum to those entering illegally. Some families are prepared to risk everything to try.
If they don't let us in through the ports of entry, we'll have to jump the wall. There's no other way. The biggest risk is on the other side. We could get killed. But we have to help each other cross the barrier.
The migrants aren't currently considering jumping the wall en masse, but they're also not ruling out protest action to demand faster processing of asylum requests. More Central American migrants are still making their way towards Tijuana. They face a dilemma: jump the wall or endure the uncertain wait for asylum.